Hello world, I'm Carp. Welcome to Shadows of Forbidden Gods. We're at this moment, we are on turn 26. Wow, we didn't really get to play that much in the previous episode. And we are infiltrating here around the town of the Ghetto with our Bob here and with the supplicant. And our warlord is conscripting ogres down here in the southern continent. And yeah, let's just keep doing what we're doing. Okay, you arrived. Oh wait, weren't you already infiltrating that? Did I not? Yeah, you're already infiltrating that. That's weird. Oh, anyways, early access. Weird things can happen, you know. So let's just okay. We got some overeager guards. The supplicant has found that the gods here are unusually proficient at their tasks. Our agent can either take her time to ensure discretion with likely delay, or she can proceed at pace but risk gaining unwanted attention from the local law enforcement. So we could proceed anyway, get a little bit of menace, or we could employ discretion and lose a little bit of our challenge progress. So we could lose like a 1.5 turns or 3 turns worth of progress. Menace, once it gets high, like now our menace would go up to 13. If we divide 13 by 3, that would be 5, so our minimum menace would be 5. So I think we're just gonna employ discretion, waste a couple of turns. Okay, 1.5 turns. Probably wasted 1 turn there, because I don't think our... Yeah, our intrigue is... Yeah, only 4, so yeah, now we went to 10. Yeah. We only lost... I think we only lost 1 turn, because we were at 4... We must have been at 16 before that. So we'll be only like 2 over what it takes to... Yeah, we lost 1 turn. Yeah. So let's just... keep doing. Wild fauna. While strolling through the outskirts of the Possum Plains with his peons, there's a croaking, hissing, and a buzzing cacophony as insects, reptiles, and amphibians of various natures crawl, scare, and fly from the undergrowth and attack them. Irritatingly, a peon is killed, the disguised deep one crushed by a massive snake. Warlord Ain knows that this must be the work of a druid who has made this place his home, for these animals would never attack in such unison naturally. As he fights off the rest of the creatures, he considers that with every loss there is an opportunity. So we kill and frame the druid for our crimes, which would cause us to lose 1 HP. We only have 1 HP, so we cannot do that. So we're just gonna leave the druid be for now, and nothing happens. Like, this would have decreased our menace. Yeah, but we also don't have any menace just yet, so let's just leave the druid be for now. And keep on going. So, warlord conscripted the ogre. Is that enough for you? Oh, that was enough for you to level up. Nice. And now we're gonna give him some more might so that, you know, he'll hit harder. Because we're gonna have to kill that one other ogre. Not ogre, orc somewhere. Where did the wandering ogre go? There was another one here. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we'll just use this. Oh, what? Didn't I not click? Oh, because I'm at local actions, not at modifiers, right? Because there are several things. Also, nice keyboard shortcut. You can just press tab to go through all of these things here. So let's go for the modifiers. Okay, and Warlord Aim, go grab that ogre. And we'll just go. Okay, so okay, this is some mage becoming aware. Okay, so people here on this little continent are becoming quite aware. That's fine, they're not that close to us or what we're doing, so they can be aware. Okay, now we can influence the Holy Order, or the witches. It's not an actual Holy Order. So we'll just go to where the witches are. We'll click here, we'll click on this, and then we will influence their alignment status negatively. So we have some elder powers now affecting them. We're gonna have to put this to 2 until we can actually do anything useful with it, because all of these things, like, well, not all of this, most of these things, I have noticed that they actually have to be at +2 for them to do anything. Because, for instance, now we're at alignment +1 for elder powers, and a dark worship is +1 for elder powers. But if we go to this witch here, that is part of this thing now, they have the holy dark worship here, but they have absolutely no motivation to do it. So for us to actually get some motivation for them to do it, we need to increase that to +2, that dark worship thing. So we still need to affect them twice before they can even start doing that. But that's, you know, that's just something that's happening there on the side. We're not really focusing on that thing, so it doesn't matter that much. Okay, our warlord conscripted the other ogre, and now that we have those 2 ogres, we're gonna go all the way to the other side of the world. Oh, they've actually... yeah, they've spread here. That's good. Yeah, go here, and let's look at this. So, the modifiers here. Orcish industry has 49. Okay, the Orcish industry is very low here. It needs to increase, because I think the amount of strength that this army has is related to the amount of Orcish industry. Yeah. The army strength is proportional to the sum total of Orcish industry in its home location and adjacent ones. Oh, it's only the adjacent ones. Ha! For some reason I thought it would be all in the particular hordes thing. Because, you know, the hordes can grow quite large sometimes, especially if the player is doing the growing. But I had never actually realized that it says adjacent there. I just, for instance, that's industry in its, like, all locations. But no, it's just the adjacent ones. Yeah, more people becoming aware. That was a queen that became aware. That might be a problem. Oh, no, it's... oh, there's an orc here. that's nice. Okay, not gonna be that big of a problem. This is, like... we're never gonna be doing anything with this kingdom, or queendom. It's just one little city here, and since it's just one little city, it's quite hard to infiltrate at all. So yeah. Also, what is the biggest city in the world? Let's go for big view of the world, and we're gonna press the 1 key to see the nation view. Okay, this here is the biggest nation. Oh, that's actually good. I don't think I checked that in the beginning, that this was the biggest nation, but yeah, I like to start infiltrating the biggest nations usually, because that means that they, if I get them enshadowed, then they can't become part of the alliance, and that's good. Or if, like, because we're not enshadowing the capital here, but if we're enshadowing these other cities, if the alliance, like if this king decides to join the alliance, the people who are enshadowed, like if we manage to enshadow like this duke here, this duke will not join the alliance. He will actually start a civil war against the king if the king joins the alliance. Like, if we get him to be 100% enshadowed. Which shouldn't be that hard, really, because that's gonna happen pretty soon. We're probably gonna have, like I think I said in the first episode, that I don't usually like using the supplicant to do enshadowment, but we might have to, unless we get a new agent slot from the next seal breaking. But I don't think we're gonna get that, like, quite yet. Okay, so let's just keep infiltrating, and you're gonna go war on the world. That's fine. Probably should check where you were going to war on the world, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, and our warlord gets some favorable winds. Sailing winds. Fingers drag across yellowing sea charts, whetted to test the direction of winds. They point the way forward. With full sails, silent rowers, and the expertise of skilled sailors, speeds of up to 9 knots are reached by the galley. Warlord aims nods as the captain makes his estimations. They've just reached the Ession depths. The daunting number of nautical miles left is diminishing by the hour, the captain assures him. So yeah, we just got an extra movement on the sea. That's one of the things I've noticed, that pretty much every time you go to sea, overseas, like, you're gonna get that event happening. So, you know, don't worry, even if it looks like, oh, it's a long way over this sea here. You're probably gonna get that event and get an extra movement point out of that. Okay, so I think you're gonna have to go to... No, you don't really... I don't really want to put you to town, because Bob here has the noble connection, so the security of this town will go... or city will go... Oh, it's a town, actually, not a city. But, you know, it's still a city. It will go down when he's there, and once he's infiltrated this bastion here, the security here will be 1, and once he actually gets here, the security will be 0, and there's only a city palace to infiltrate, so we can't have both of our guys be there and infiltrating. So we're just gonna have the supplicant move somewhere else. Okay, let's look at the city of Binjiao here. Security of 4, we can drop that by 2 to 2, and then if this guy comes here, yeah, that's gonna be... Yeah, that's also a easily infiltrated city here at this point. Also, do we have money? Yeah, we have the 25 money. Now, we could also, now that we've infiltrated, we could, like, do some subtle thievery or rob the treasury and stuff like that. Also, like, there's things like raiding the periphery, so we can, like, make smaller places, like, or, you know, we can destroy these smaller places. Not destroy, you know, cause some devastation. And one of the reasons you want to do that is because they have an amount of food here. Cities have, or all the places have an amount of food and amount of population. If the amount of population is higher than the amount of food, they're gonna start starving, and starvation usually leads to unrest, which usually leads to security dropping. As you can see here, this is 57 plus 14. This means that they are getting 57 from their own location, from just being where they are. They're growing 57 food over here in the city of Binchao, and they're getting 14 from other places. So if we started to devastate this castle here, they would stop losing the food that they're getting from the castle, they'd start starving, and in unrest would start growing. But that's not really what we want to do here, because you can see the rate. Oh, complexity 115! What? Why is it so high? Complexity increases with location defense. Ah, okay, that's why. I usually just don't use that thing like at all. It's very rare for me to do raid peripheries. Usually it's just my, my orc warlords. Once they've done all of their orcish things in the orcish area, then I might start using them to raid peripheries of places. But right, you go there now and infiltrate. I'm gonna start by infiltrating the holy site. And like all of these locations, all of these things have a reason to be what they are. Like the catacombs here is a focal point of death. All death generated in neighboring locations will be absorbed into these vast underground tombs for use by mages skilled in the arts of necromancy to exploit. So if we go to the modifiers view, which is 6, yeah, that's 6. Oh, once again, we need to click on somewhere else. Well, there's some death modifier somewhere in the world. Let's go up. Oh, there's some death. I wonder why there's some death here in the Abbey of Ligier. Well, there is some death. Oh, it's got some catacombs here as well. So if there was death in the neighboring areas for some reason, usually, from war, from plague, from stuff like that, the death would gather here. And then, for instance, if we were to create a warlock as an agent, the warlocks know magic, and there is death magic, and the more death there is in a location, the better your death magic spells are going to be. So that's one thing to think about. And also, so this is a holy site. We can desecrate this holy site at some point once the shadow goes to, I think it needs to be 66 or more, that we can desecrate the holy site. The reason we want to desecrate the holy site is because the holy sites are good spots for heroes, because these heroes, they can do you have, well, you're a religious person, you don't have the normal thing, but yeah, okay, so this hero has consecrate action here. That's probably gonna do after they rested and stuff. They're gonna go to this convent and they're gonna consecrate, and consecrate means get rid of all the shadow that is here, but they can only do that in holy sites. So in every other place they can only drive back the shadow, which just decreases the amount of shadow by some amount. But in the convents they can, or the holy sites, they can just drop it to 0, and that's something we don't really want. So what we want to do at some point is start focusing on these holy sites and start driving the shadow in here so that we can desecrate it, because once we desecrated a holy site, I think it starts spreading shadow actually at that point. Well, every location that has shadow spreads shadow, but I think it starts spreading it faster than other things. Not 100% sure on that, so don't believe me on everything. Actually, like I said, don't believe me on most of things that I say, that if I'm not saying that I am 100% sure of that. Or I don't know. Do your own research. Okay, so you infiltrated the fortress there. Okay, which means you got some gold. Yeah, you got some gold. You don't need any of that. So go to the town and infiltrate city palace. Also, we could steal items from rulers or heroes, which we could then use in later things for, like it says there, for use in later schemes and rituals. What that means is, well, first, one of the things we could do is we could frame heroes for like things that we're doing. Or we can do, I think it's blood magic that we could do. Also, escalate to vendetta. Okay, no one has died. We gotta remember, escalate to vendetta is a nice thing that we can do if a hero kills another hero for some reason. Usually they don't kill each other, but if they do, we can try and escalate it into a vendetta between their families, which is always fun. But yeah, let's just keep infiltrating here. We're not gonna be... Oh! We got a pleasant surprise. Just as Bob signs his letter with a flourish, readying the orders for the cult to distribute, a messenger dog scrambles to him with the news. The arsonist that had targeted the cult's houses is dead. Murder of a loved one was the spark he'd waited all his life to become, an all-consuming pyre of vengeance. They found him shrieking after he'd set himself on fire. Your agent crumples the letter and reaches for a new one. Okay, so that is a pleasant surprise. Or we could imply our involvement, which would give us more challenge progress, but it would also give us a menace and profile. And to me, keeping menace low is usually like that seems to be the most important thing in this game. So we're gonna just make it a pleasant surprise. And let's keep on going. Okay, another king became aware. Let's go see where this king is. Okay, over here. Now, also, one thing I think that is kind of bad in this game. If you, like, you can see this message is here. Okay, so we saw this message. I go to from that message, and it stopped showing me the other messages, like, immediately. Which is one of those things that I'm not really sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because I think we need to, like, see all the messages, and then if we want to go to a particular message, well, they are here for us to click again so that we can go to the one we wanted to. Or, you know, even if I click on this first one and I click go to, I think it should still show me this one next, so I can just dismiss it, show me this one next so I can dismiss it, and it would keep me where the one that I went to is. Because if I want to go to one of the other ones, I can click back here and go to there. Anyways, that just a little I think that might be a, you know, but I think that's a preference thing, and just, you know. Oh no, oh, damn it! The Chosen was gonna decimate some deep ones in the city of Aziz. No! No! So the deep one called is... Well, I don't think they can ever get completely rid of it, because what they do is... the decimate action, I think we can look here what it does. It howls the number of the deep ones in this location. It's gonna howl that 51 to like 25%. Or, you know, 26 or something. Or, you know, it's gonna take her a couple turns, so it's gonna be a little bit more than that at that point. But at some point we probably want to go and infiltrate all of these locations next to here, so that over here, so because if everything is infiltrated, the amount of profile and menace they gain per turn decreases, and then it's easier for them to grow. And we can also give them some power to make them grow faster, which I think we're gonna do at some point. But yeah, let's just focus on infiltrating this area over here. Oh, someone's building some wards. Okay, so wards. Also, this is also I think that really I don't think should work like this. You can't really show me these event things in the middle of showing me messages from the game. You need to either one of these needs to have priority. So either you first show me the mid events, like the mid challenge events, or you first show me all the messages and then you show me the mid challenge event. Oh, but hey, that actually, because I pressed go to, it's gonna stop showing me the other messages, so maybe this is working as intended. Huh. Okay, but anyways. This week, the supplicant finds she has no more tasks to be completed. Everything is in order for now. No poisons or bribes to administer to officers, no traitors, no accidents or opportunities. It is as if Liao Convent's inner workings have ground to a halt for the coming week. A rare chance to simply let loose and enjoy herself. Wherever was she end up but at an inn? So, we can join the raucous and the merry to reduce our menace by 5, or we can keep our low profile and reduce our profile by 12. We're gonna join the raucous and the merry, because reducing menace is a lot harder than reducing profile. Basically, especially because we're stealthy and our profile just doesn't really grow at all. So yeah, we're gonna join the raucous and the merry. And yeah, I think it actually did. So it prioritizes the messages, but since I pressed the go to, the message showing ended, and then it showed us the mid challenge event. Yeah, I think that was what happened. But are you aware? Is that why you are? No, you are not aware. Okay, so that must mean that you dislike Shadow. Yeah. So the people who put up Shadow, the wards, and the wards block Shadow. The current level of the ward here is 100%. If we look at here, inside the wards block 100% of Shadow. At this point, like when it goes lower, then it's, you know, gonna block less. You probably also dislike Shadow, yeah. So that's why they're putting up wards here, because they dislike Shadow, even though there's no Shadow nearby. Is there a Shadow nearby? No, there's not really any Shadow nearby. They're still putting up wards just because, you know, they want to be absolutely sure there's no Shadow getting into their lands. It's fine, we don't really care about that for now. Let's just, ooh, our steel has been broken. Our maximum power increases. We get dangers in the dark. Increase the danger of all quests and neutral challenges in this location by 7. This is kind of very useful thing to do in certain situations, which I think a lot of the things in this game they're very useful in certain situations, and you know, just you need to know what to do. And then we had Serpent's Coils. Influence a trade route which starts or ends in a fully infiltrated city, causing at 1% shadow to all locations passes through each turn for 25 turns. Okay, so we're gonna have to look at the trade. Where is trade? I think it's 9. Trade routes. Okay. So we can see here where all the trade routes are, and here we can like focus on a particular trade route. What is the city that we're working on? It's the town of Giao. Oh, wrong button is... Oh, that is not... Oh, it's not even on a... It is not on a trade route. These are one things I think, like, with this particular god, you should probably always check where the trade routes are to begin with and just start influencing a city that has a trade route to it. Was Binjao one of them? No, I don't think any of them went to Binjao. But the city of Zhao... security 8. Well, that's more or less a thing that once we actually, like, if we see one of those, then we'll do something with that. We do have 2 powers, so we can use our eyes in the shadows, which I think we're gonna do. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Well, let's zoom out to see the entire world again. And let's look at the Holy Orders. You know what? No, let's not look at the Holy Orders. Let's instead look at Points of Interest Finder. Right, and let's find Seats of Holy Orders. Okay, so we got Seats of Holy Order there, there, and there. Okay, this one was the small one, right? You only had very few. Okay, so where we're gonna go here, and we're gonna use our power eyes in the shadows and infiltrate here. Why we did that? Well, if we look at our Daughters of Purity here, or there... Oh my... Why is your human influence that huge? Okay, so we're never gonna be... Because, you know, the thing is, I was gonna say, well, we're gonna get some influence because we have infiltrated some of their seat here. And we have infiltrated some of their settlements. But apparently all of their rulers are aware. Everyone who's part of this religion is aware. Yeah, you're... Oh wait, you only have awareness 50. Are you the Daughters of Purity? Why does 50 count? You only have awareness of 50 as well. You have an awareness of 100%. I don't think 50% awareness should count as 100%. But, you know, early access. Little things. Doesn't really matter. That's just, you know, doesn't really matter that much. Okay, someone is putting up wards. Ooh, magic! Yeah, there is magic in this world, of course. I was talking about that earlier with the death thing. Our next agent is probably going to be a warlock. I hope we get our next agent when the next seal breaks, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, our warlord finally arrives, and we finally infiltrated the city palace as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do with our warlord here is we're gonna smack this Orcish upstart here. Oh my god, look at that money! Oh, that's nice. And he doesn't even have anyone defending him. Oh, that's super nice. We get 2 ogres, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna attack the upstart. So this is always mathematical. Like, fight is always mathematical. You will know if you can win or if you will gonna lose a fight. What's gonna happen is, first of all, who attacks gets to attack first. So we're gonna attack first. We're gonna attack for 6. That means we're gonna remove 2 of his defense, and then we're gonna do 4 damage to his HP. Then he is going to attack us. He's gonna attack for 7, meaning he's going to remove 3 defense from this ogre and put 4 damage in. Then if he had any minions, the minions from this level, I think it's this level, would attack each other at the same time. Then the minions on this level would attack each other on the same time, and then the minions on this level would attack each other on the same time. If there is no blocking minion on that particular level, that damage will go straight to the leader here. So yeah, so we're gonna be doing the amount of damage that I said earlier, pow. He's gonna be doing the amount of damage I said earlier over here, pow. And then both of these guys are gonna be attacking him for 4. So pow first one, and then pow second one, and now he's dead. The reason we wanted to kill him is that now we are victorious. Warlord Ains has defeated and killed the Orcish claimant and would-be warlord. With the orc dead, the others will fall in line. They understand the value of strength, and we understand their culture well enough to follow the leadership rituals. They will follow if we promise gold, glory, revenge, and carnage. With enough violence applied to the right people at the right time, in front of the right crowds, orcs can be fashioned into a useful fighting force. Parade the head! So we're gonna get this banner, and with this, we're also gonna take all of this gold here. Wow, he's got so much gold! Yep, and with this banner, we can start doing things here. First of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to subjugate the fortress here. We're gonna subjugate the fortress, then we're gonna go and subjugate the camp as well. And Bob got himself a level. We're gonna make Bob stealthy as well. These guys are our influence guys. We really just want them to be stealthy as, you know, as they can be. As stealthy as they can be. Now, let's go for the point of view finder again. And let's check out if there are any other hole. Oh, whoop-de-doop-de-doo. That's a huge amount of holy sites in a very small area. Wow. Okay, well, I think our goal is going to be to try to desecrate all of these 5 here at least. Oh, that's gonna take a while. So we're gonna be wanting to basically infiltrate this whole area here. Right, so what was the city's security here? 4, so it's gonna drop to... yeah, it's gonna drop a bit. Okay, how... you got 2 more turns left. 1, 2, then you go there, and... okay, so... Bob. Bob. You have money. Yeah, okay, if you drop this by 2... you can drop it to... I'm trying to think about the fact, because one of the things that I really like about this game, how it works, is that if I go there and I start doing the infiltration, even though it's harder right now because the security is high, once the security drops, I'm still gonna have done as much of progress as I have, but the amount of progress that I need to do falls down. So it doesn't really matter if I start working on something even though the security is higher, if I know that I'm gonna drop the security lower before the action finishes. So yeah, let's just go... oh! Damn bandits again! Yeah, we're just gonna take a... yeah, well, another hit. Well, some more losses. Are bandits... oh, banditry. Yeah, that's not that much banditry. Still doing everything for us. Okay, Bob has reached that city. So Bob... okay, as you can see now, because now it would take me 32 turns to do this infiltration. But as soon as the supplicant here is ready next turn, okay, well, let's just, you know, let's show this. Let's start by infiltrating the vast sewers. So it's gonna take us 32 turns. But now that I press next turn by just, you know, pressing the spacebar. Okay, the wards have been established. And that infiltration has happened. World panic is increasing because our god is waking up. Wait, am I talking out of my ass here? Did it not decrease our time here? Damn it. Okay, well, let's go down here. I must have like looked at something wrong or something. No, the security was... wait. Alright, damn it, there are 2 locations here. I need to infiltrate both of them for it to be infiltrated. Ah, that was just my bad. It does work, like I said, it does work, but I just messed up there. Well, luckily I'm thinking, because we just increased our intrigue here, that we're gonna have enough time still. Oh, a lot of wards going up. Someone drove the shadow back. Yep. Oh, you subjugated the fortress. Nice. And we can influence the Holy Order. Well, the witches here. We're gonna drop them to Elder Powers +2. And Supplicant. How long is it gonna take you to infiltrate this whole center? 10 turns. Okay. So after 10 turns, this is actually gonna drop to 100. Which means we're gonna be doing that like... what is 25 like divided by 4? Something like 6? A little bit more. So it's gonna drop 6 turns from this. Still could have done that much better. Okay, so now this place is subjugated, so it's actually infiltrated. Also, as you can see, when a place is infiltrated, it gets this nice little like black roots graphic around it, so you can quickly see if locations are infiltrated. Also, as the shadow grows, you can see that the areas are actually becoming darker. Like the shadow here is 20%. That, you know, it's not maybe that noticeable just yet, but you know, it does get a bit dark. Like you can see, you can maybe just barely see that this hex is a little bit darker than this hex. You know, that's the kind of like the small details that I like. Okay, Warlord, you go here and you subjugate this camp, and yeah, you need to subjugate it before you can actually do anything smart there. And I think what we're gonna do then is we're gonna just build another fortress here. It's gonna cost us a lot of money, but sometimes you just gotta use some money. Okay, Thunder cracks again. You know what? I wanna. Yeah, okay. Who has found herself? Yeah, because we had the same event happen for the Warlord, and it used male pronouns there, so clearly the supplicant is female. Okay. Continue regardless. Yeah, I'll just take some damage. Damage doesn't really matter at this point because it's not gonna be killing us, and you know, we can just rest. Poison! Bob suddenly feels unwell as poison racks their system. A human that deals in stealth and precision, less direct and visible in their methods than the usual hero, has managed to poison him. They may have to slow down their progress, or we could heal them with a measure of our power. I think we are going to heal them now, because even though, like I suggested, we don't really care about losing HP when we're like not dying from that loss, this also loses us 10 challenge points, and this is the place where it's gonna take us a while to do this, because I was kind of misreading the situation. So yeah, we're just gonna use our power to heal him. The supplicant is moving through the rain, slick and soaked environment of the Hanui convent relatively quickly, despite all the risks of slipping, falling, or having a particularly large tree fall upon her. Okay, so this is about the thunder thing. The sky still flashes with anger, and the thunder roars in aggression as she continues on. Then the wall goes bright white, and all the noise stops for a moment. Her body shudders, convulses, and tenses brutally. It appears the supplicant has been struck by lightning! Hopefully the burns are only skin deep. So we lost 4 HP there, but, you know, we still got 3 left, so we're not dying yet. Okay, you subjugated the camp. That is good. So, now that that is subjugated, we can build an orc fortress here. It's gonna cost us 75 gold now. Normally it costs us only 50, but if you look at the text over there, it says cost 25 more gold for each special and neighboring orc camp. We got another orc camp here. And yeah, let's just do the fortress there, because I kind of really want the orcs to attack this little nation here, because it's very small. And if we can have 2 fortresses, and both of them can have like 25, 26 strength army, crushing this 32 strength army shouldn't be that big of a deal. And also we can increase the Orcish industry to turn it, both of these Orcish industries to 100, which should increase the amount of, you know, units they have, which would make it even easier to do that. So that is the main goal. Okay, where is this Angshu Basilica that you're going to? Oh, you're coming on this continent. Ah, that's not nice. That's not nice. But you know, it's also maybe not that big of a deal. Okay, and one of the things is some of our powers, we can use them on, like the cloud senses, for instance. Like we can use them on, you know, like this guy, for instance, so he couldn't complete his training. But we cannot use it on the Chosen One, because the Chosen One is protected from our darkness. Like we cannot enshadow them, we cannot use our powers on them. We can drive them insane if we had means to do that, but with this particular god, I don't think we have any means to drive anyone insane. So that's not gonna be an option. So we could kill them. That is an option. But then another one would just be created, and if we kill heroes, the world panic increases. And that's not a very nice, to be perfectly honest, because that causes a lot of issues. Okay, we do have the 2 power now, so we could probably use that to use the Eyes of the Shadows in here. Now, one of the things that I have noticed about using Eyes in the Shadows is that it always seems to infiltrate the lowest location here. Well, like you can see, it infiltrated the temple now. I wasn't infiltrating the temple, was I? No. Good. That would have been bad. So you can use that information to your advantage sometimes, like if you can find like a city where the lowest thing is vast sewers, for instance. That would a lot of wards here. Which, to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure if it ever is the lowest. I mean, it must be lowest. Okay, if we look at where the vast sewers are, there are vast sewers. Okay, for here, it is the lowest. So we could use that power to infiltrate that vast sewers, then use one of our agents to go and start a plague in there without, like, not really caring about, like, we could do it here, for instance. If this has vast sewers as lowest, it does not have. What about here? Oh, this one does. So okay, let's do that. Once we get our next agent, I think we might do that, because I found that starting a plague somewhere usually just you just need to start the plague, and it takes so much time from the heroes to actually fix that plague that it's just it's awesome. Okay, we infiltrated the holy site. Oh, now we gotta endure to poison because okay, but as you can see, the vast sewers, it used to be 125, but once we infiltrated that other location, it has dropped to 100, but all of our progress has stayed the same. Except now we're gonna lose 10 of that progress because we're gonna lose 2 HP. Another religious person became aware. Yeah, you need to go to that convent and finish infiltrating that because we still haven't infiltrated the catacombs here. Okay, you are reducing tensions, that's fine. You're at the convent, good. The Orcish toast. Warlord Ains enters a tent filled with the clamor of excited orcs. A single jock stands in the middle and they gesture him towards it. The orcs of Camp Jinin have come together to honor your agent's leadership with a toast. They grow silent as your agent sniffs the drink, savoring its smell. Good old grog. An orcish tradition, more potent than most of those pale human spirits, and a taste bolder than a mad berserker charging naked into a battle. They chant at your agent to drink. Okay, good grog, hot grog. Yeah, this. I don't think either one of these does nothing, because I'm pretty. Requires 10 lore. Man, that would be a lot. Oh, yeah, if we were infamous, we could do some things here, but yeah, doesn't really do anything. Just some of these events are just flavor text. You need flavor text in games of this nature, because we need to feel that there is a world that we're really corrupting here. So the world needs to exist, and those little events are good at doing this. Okay, so religious tension is happening somewhere. That's fine. Okay, and you build the Orc Fortress. Okay, so now. What is the... Okay, the Orcish industry is 57, and if we use Organize the Horde, it will increase it by 50, and then by 25 in the neighboring thing. That's what we're gonna do, because we want our Orcish hordes to be bigger. That requires... That seems to be... Okay, that uses command. Okay, so let's increase your command, then. Because you just got a level. Did it make it go faster? No, it's still gonna take 3 turns. Okay. So we might wanna think about getting our command up to 8 once we get our next level, but it might take a while before we get that. Someone's putting up some more wards. Oh, and someone redeemed a hero. So basically someone removed the shadow from this hero there. They had some shadow, now they don't. That happens all the time, doesn't really matter that much. Okay, Organize the Horde, good. And the witch is in shadowing, because I think there's only one witch. Oh, there's 2 witches now. What you doing, witches? Just resting and resupplying and doing some basic worship. Yeah, okay, nothing really important right now. Okay, let's check out the Orcish industry. It's 90 over here, it is 75 over here. So we're gonna go over here and we're going to do some organizing the horde over here as well. You can see our profile and menace on this person is growing quite a lot as we do all of this stuff, but it doesn't really matter that much. A lot of these agents are, they're disposable, especially the orcs. Okay, and yeah, the great old one. I was gonna say no, but the chosen one. Okay, and yeah, again, people are really trying to poison Bob. Let's just heal him again and again and again. Okay, did we manage to do the Orcish industry here? Okay, so the Orcish industry is 100 at both of these places, so we're gonna have to wait for them to actually create the horde in this place as well. It's gonna take a couple of turns. So can we do anything interesting while we could... how much do goblins cost in command? They cost 1. We have 1 extra command. Okay, and they cost 10 gold. We have a lot of gold. Let's just recruit a goblin. Okay, they're driving the shadow back in some convents. That's fine. Okay, got the goblin. Oh, we can influence the circle again. Oh, seal broken. Another seal breaks, and we got the split shadow power, which is this is an awesome power. This basically gives us an extra agent, but it has the unfortunate advantage that it either needs to be near its parent, so we're removing the shadow of a hero, or it needs to be in a location with a shadow that is higher than 50. So we probably don't have that like anywhere yet. Yeah, no. So we're not gonna be getting that particular thing happening just now. But what we are, okay, we can influence the getting circle. Let's influence that before I forget about that. And let's go here, and we're gonna go for mortal tenants, and we're gonna give them dark worship too. And now, if we look at this witch here, she's gonna have motivation to do some dark worship. Dark worship, maximum total of 60. Huh? I thought it was more. Well, anyways, it's gonna spread shadow over here, and then they're gonna get menace as well from doing that. At some point, they're gonna send this army to raise this place. Hopefully by that point we have also managed to increase their like these structural tenants to make them preach and build temples in other places as well, so they can continue spreading that shadow for us. Okay, so you got that goblin. You don't really need that money at all, because you cannot, yeah, because I think we need habitability 5 to cause expansion. Does it say it here? Yeah, with a habitability greater than 5, yeah. So what you're gonna do instead is you're gonna run down here, and you're gonna give some money, because you have a lot of money now. You're gonna give it all to the supplicant. Oh, damn it! We can get ourselves a new, the Daughterhood. The Daughterhood cults has existed for centuries. They're a sect weaving through humanity's religious texts and developments. Often their symbols will be found as a small part of a much larger temple, as a concession of the dominant religion, the faith of the Daughterhood. Their preaching unnerves the listener as they teach that the Creator hates creation, and that humanity's very existence is sin, a sin which may one day be undone. Despite their blasphemous doctrine, they are tolerated and sought out for their uncanny ability to foresee the future. Their guidance allows crops to be gathered before the storm, and villages evacuated before the flood. Lately, however, the seeing daughter of Boss Bastion has started screeching in terror, raving that the end has come, and that the time of unmaking is nigh. So we're gonna call her to serve. Now, she will wait in Boss Bastion for an agent to arrive. When they do, they can recruit her as a minion to summon the powerful first daughter. That's a kind of thing that, well, maybe we'll try and do that. It requires someone to die in the desert, like a human to die in the desert area. So we might wait until that happens, because we're always informed when people die. Okay, so yeah, I said that we wanted to create a warlock. Now, one thing they also have in these religious things here is they have a prophecy. So if we look at the prophecy, there are always 4 things that are required from a prophet. And we can just check this, for the calling of truth, it would have to be from the north, from a coast, need to find an outpost, need to explore an ancient ruin. For the daughters of Turin, need to be north coast. Oh wait, so both from north and coast? That would be... Huh. And these are actually pretty easy to do, both of these. Like, if we were to create our magician in a northern coastal city, we could just explore a ruin at some point. Maybe we could fund an outpost. We'll just destroy something with the orcs, hope that the humans create an outpost, fund that outpost. Exploring ancient ruin, like, just requires us to do it 1 exploration, not the entire exploration through. So that is a possibility. And what do we have here from the... Seriously? Oh, yeah, okay. Northern coast. Okay, because we can only do the war... okay, is that north? I don't know if that's north. Okay, well, we're gonna do our we're gonna create a warlock. Because warlock needs to be created in a city with a library. So we're gonna create him here. We're gonna give him Master of Death, because we were already talking about death earlier. So don't get too confused about things. So let's see if this was considered to be... Yeah, that was considered to be north. That was north enough. That was over the... I think north is considered anything that's over the halfway point of the map. Like on the higher point. So... yeah, so now we just need to... what do we need to do? We need to explore an ancient ruin. We need to fund an outpost. We need to get our lore up to 5. We need to command an army. And we need to duel a foe in combat. Okay, all of these things very, very, very doable. Okay, so what we're gonna do with our warlock dude here is we're gonna send him to the town of Gitao, because that's the town we have infiltrated, and we're gonna start enshadowing, so our shadow is gonna start spreading, which also means that once our shadow starts spreading, we're gonna be able to use our power to create the split shadow, get ourselves a 5th agent, and like I said, about... yeah, okay, also... okay, we're only at turn 73, and things are starting to get, like, interesting at this point, like, stuff's gonna start happening. But yeah, I think what we're gonna see the stuff happening is in the next episode, because we're gonna put a cut in here. I'm Carp. This has been Shadows of Forbidden Gods. Goodbye, world. Thanks for watching. See you next time.